Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for very much for this opportunity given to me. First of all, send salam and salawat to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and to our God Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala that give me good healthy until this time. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Lonisa. In this opportunity, I would like to present my presentation. The title is Implementation of STAD-TYPE cooperative learning model to improve students' IPS learning outcomes in Class 4 Negeri 97 BURE TANETE LUWU REGENCY. 4 steps. 1. Introduction. 2. Method. 3. Result. 4. Conclusion. Introduction. Social studies subjects are mandatory content that must exist in the curriculum of primary and secondary education, with the provisions of the law that requires social studies as a subject in the education system in Indonesia has made the pursuits of social studies more clear and solid. Students are also required to be able to show high diversity and demonstrated its potential in the process of solving simple problems in everyday life. The current reality and social studies learning is still a lot of students were varsity in law. Varsity is very necessary because it is important in learning activities. Varsity is urge or desire to better understand something that students previously lacked or did not know. In social studies learning, students involved is very limited. Learning is centered on the teacher as the main source. Students tend to be less listeners and recipients of what is explained without any mutual interaction. This causes a lack of activeness and curiosity of students which affect the low social studies learning outcomes of students. According to Maulana Panji 2017, the students' time achievement deficient STAD-TYPE cooperative learning model is a learning model consisting of small groups that work together as a team to solve problems, complete text or complete text together. The STAD learning model is a learning model that can stimulate students' activity to express opinions, and ideas in learning. The purpose of this study was to ask the application of the STAD-TYPE cooperative learning model to improve students' social studies learning outcomes in Class 4 SD Negeri 97 BURE TANETE as Riang District LUWU Regency. Method. The approach used in conducting this research is a qualitative approach. A qualitative approach is an approach that examines the data collected and expressed in the form of words and images, and emphasizes the meaning of drawing conclusion, referred to as qualitative because in the approach, research as observation to see a picture of a teacher and students' activities during the learning process, because it will be present about the increase in social studies learning outcomes with the application of the STAD-TYPE cooperative learning model. Result of research. The learning activities applied by the teacher are still not valid, so that children tend not to express their opinions because the teacher still dominates the learning process. Based on the problem faced, the research tried to decide an interesting and fun learning activity for children by applying the STAD-TYPE cooperative learning model. Classroom action research ketika in research conducted by teacher in their own classroom through self-reflection activities to improve their performance and teacher, so that study learning outcomes in schools. From the above understanding, it can be con- concluded that STAD-TYPE cooperative learning is a learning model in which students learning and work together in small groups of four or four or five members with a heterogeneous group structure. Conclusion: based on the result of research and discussion in it can be concluded that the application of STAD-TYPE cooperative learning model to improve students' social studies learning outcomes in class 4 of SD Negeri 97 BURE TANETE with Riang district LUWU Regency with a total of 12 students consisting of 7 boys and 5 girls can improve student social studies learning outcomes. Thanks for attention.